raised at this point $235,000. Thanks to all of you. Thank you. Our goal is 250, so if you're feeling generous today, don't talk, but 235 is great. The other big unknown was our membership. Would our members stay with us? We were a little worried. Last fall when we broke ground and we knew our facilities would be under construction, it was like, uh-oh, what if all of our members bail? And here we are today. You can see the evidence. Members didn't bail. In fact, between the swim and social membership, we have 349 member families. It's really phenomenal. Yeah. And May and a bunch of friends are all here, so thank you. So thank you all. Then, looking at the present on this project, I just do want to kind of stop and smell the roses. This is one of those days where life's pretty good, and you should appreciate that and enjoy it. It's pretty cool, to be here on this moment, and to know that this facility will have so much fun in it, for the next 5 years, 20 years, 30 years, 50 years. This is really cool that we get to be here today. Just want to appreciate that. Looking forward, just very briefly, I won't get into all the nitty-gritty, but kind of what happens next, what's the future. So we're not quite done with the project. This is kind of the beta launch, if you will. There's still a few little landscaping things. The city still needs to hook up the gas line. There's a couple details that are left. So we're not fully open just yet. That'll be, a month or so away. But in that, as soon as the clubhouse is ready, we'll have another party. We'll give everyone a little badge or a little key card, and you'll see these badge readers sort of by the door. So this clubhouse, in a few weeks, you'll have a key card, one per member family, and come on and use it. We, our goal is for this to be used. We want this to be used as much as possible by everyone, as inclusive and diverse as possible. So we're not going to be accepting reservations for the first few months. We really just want it to be a place that you can be comfortable anytime you want. Come on by. I won't spoil the surprise. There's some good stuff in there, though, so you'll want to come by and use it, I hope. So thank you again, and I'll pass it over to Jeff.
Yeah!
Josh. So I wrote a really long speech. I had to. I'm kind of overwhelmed, and I didn't want to forget anything. But thanks a lot. Appreciate it. So, first of all, during the course of this, I feel like I've been thanked by many people many, many times. I'd like to reverse that and thank you, the community, very, very much for enabling this project, supporting it. That's a very big deal. One of our conversations with John early on was, really how often in life do you get an opportunity to contribute in a tangible, long-lived way? And that doesn't happen very often. And so you created that. And for that, I'm forever grateful, and I think John and everybody else is as well. So I think it's very important.
Oh, sorry. Didn't you get a potty popper?
Next, I did want to go a little bit deeper into the history, briefly. Like Josh said, this started with the Reserve Fund, which was a very successful program. There's Gabe Groner, I saw out there. I don't know if Mitch Rosen is available. Gabe? It's your vision. And creating that culture of saving money that created what we have today. It foresaw that our facilities would need to be rebuilt, and we were able to extend it further because we had proven ourselves as financially capable. And that was the groundwork for why we're able to do this. The pool was getting older. There was a time Tim Foy and Patrick Everett really took it on. Amy Jose was there, their bunches. I was kind of lurking. And we went through a big process with the community to decide what we were going to do, because there are a lot of options at that point. And we had a lot of great ideas. In the end, it says, how are we going to pay for it? And that was a big struggle, as you might imagine, for anything. So that entered the finance period. We presented a lot of different ideas on how we might finance it, but in the end, people didn't want a lot of change. We were going to finance it out of dues. We raised the dues a bit. We improved profitability. We saved money. The bank believed us, and we were able to achieve this without changing Greenmeadow. That financially, that's a very big deal. So after a year or two of showing that we're very profitable, we have money, I was on the board for the purposes of this project. I said, the time is right. We can do it. We just got to jump and go. And so Velu, the treasurer, he looked it over, got that inward feeling that says, yeah, I think we can do this. I think we can pull it off. So he became a believer. And he did two things. One, he convinced the bank that we could do this. And two, maybe not so obvious, but he convinced all of you that we could do it. We have to prove him correct, because we do have a heavy financial burden that we've not had in the past. But I really welcome his foresight, and I think it's going to work out just great. Then we entered the design city phase, and Sherry Listgarten really put, she attacks things with gusto, as you know, and the city was more problematic than we thought. We had to change our conditional use permit. We were in a historic district, which came up, and these are substantial processes that we had to go through. And finally, we did get the permit. It all did work. Then we entered the construction phase, and Sherry said, okay, enough for her. And then John shows up and says, I love all those details. All those pipes under the ground, I can figure this out. We can do it. So that was the construction phase, and so that's where we're at
Jeff, we
today.
can't hear you in the back. If you could keep the microphone
Okay, even louder. Oh, there we go. All right. So now we're completing that phase. We are not done. We still have the gas has to be in, the landscaping, then the final inspections, occupancy permit. In the next 3 weeks or so, we should have formal occupancy. Along the way, in the late stages, we had some real contributions. Danny Grolnick is doing signs for us, very professional. I think she's doing billboards for the New York subway system, and she's doing a few signs for us too, so it looks good. Ken Knox, who isn't able to be here, he's our IT manager. Please don't tell him I gave him that title, it might scare him away. But he's got all these security cameras working, all the Wi-Fi is working, all the AV is working. He's doing a great job there. Okay, Clubhouse is the Wi-Fi. The password is capital GMCA1234. Go for it. And then Lisa Knox is helping with furnishing, helping with Gabby. Gabby's been here throughout. Gabby's been here every step of the way. She assists, she takes tasks. She's always there to remind us what we forgot. And so she's been 100% there the entire time. And then Josh stepped in to do the capital campaign, which was kind of essential and necessary, and we really appreciate that. So, and there's many others. Those I really wanted to point out. I think this is going to change our community and how we think of our community. It's going to be a great thing. One of the ways they'll change this, it really should encourage everybody to pay their dues, because this costs money and we need your money. So if you'd like to use the park, please remember to pay those dues. I think that's more important now than it has been in the past. For the facilities, I'll continue to coordinate it. I got another year on the board. Maybe I'll stay longer, I'm not sure. But for this next year, I'll continue to coordinate anything has to do with the physical structure. Make sure that all happens, and I'll try to protect it. I'd like to see that it kept in good shape. Ken Knox will stick around. I hope John continues, because he's got so much knowledge of what this thing is, so much capability. Don't let him go. Just keep insisting. Finally, we've got landscaping and gas going in this week. We got a punch list. Don't step on these rails as you walk in here, because they're not attached properly. There's a bunch of other stuff, but it'll all be good. With that, any comments?
Yay! Wait, do we pop it right here? Scissors! 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 Really big scissors. Huge scissors. Hi! Say hi! Say hi!
Kids gonna go too?